Assalamu alaikum guys, we are back. This is our figures of speech part 5. Today we are going to discuss another literary device, allusion. So, let's start. Allusion is a brief and indirect reference to a person, place, thing, or idea of historical, cultural, literary, or political significance. Allusion can be anything that is indirectly going to discuss something which was historical, which was political, which is still historical and famous in your culture. It depends from one culture to another. Okay, there are so many tales and stories, events that are so much important to a certain society. So writer use these events in an indirect manner to arouse the interest of the readers. It does not describe in detail, I mean the writer does not describe it in detail, the person or thing to which it refers. It is just a passing comment. Okay, it is just a passing comment, and the writer expects the reader to possess enough knowledge to spot the illusion and grasp its importance in a text. Writers should be active and should be able to understand the society and culture of that society to understand the illusion. I mean, if you're an Urdu speaker and you're reading an English novel or a poetry, you will find it difficult to understand their illusions. But if you're reading your own literature, it would be very easy for you to spot the illusion because this is your society and you know the cultures and norms and values. So, let's move to its examples. I have gathered some easy examples for you here. First example is don't act like a Romeo in front of her. So it's like the normal use, like we use in normal common examples are there. Don't act like a Romeo in front of her. Romeo is a reference to Shakespeare's Romeo, a passionate lover of Juliet in Romeo and Juliet. Everybody knows it when you say don't act like a Romeo. I mean, don't act like a dumb lover or something. Next is this place is like a Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden was the paradise God made for Adam and Eve. It is present in the Islamic religion and also in the Christianity, and most of the people around the globe knows this, even know this and all this situation. Next is you are a Solomon when it comes to making decision. I mean you are a wise person. This refers to the story of King Solomon who was given great wisdom by God. So this is an indirect reference to an event, to a person, that he was given the wisdom by God. Hey, guess who the new Newton of our school is? I mean, Newton means intelligent. Everybody knows who was Newton. Newton was a scientist. His full name was Isaac Newton. So everybody knows it. Next is stop acting like my ex-husband. So this is an example of an ordinary person, but a person who are close to that person is going to understand his or her point of view. Stop acting like my ex-husband. If you know that lady and if you know how her ex-husband betrayed her, you would be no problem. There would be no problem for you to understand this example of allusion. So what are the different purposes of allusion? Like every literary device, it has some purposes. First of all, interest the reader. It increases the interest of the reader. Next is creates writing connected to culture and religion, because this is an indirect reference to the cultural norms and the religious aspects. Next is make reader attentive, and sometimes reader can analyze his knowledge, that how much he knows about his society and about through these indirect references. Understanding illusion. So we have understood its examples, its definition. Let's move forward to the understanding illusion. Illusions are useful literary tool as they can convey a great deal of information. Okay, I mean in just a few words. You don't need to define the whole event or define the whole situation. However, because allusions make reference to something other than what is directly being discussed, you may fail to understand it if you do not know the underlying event, tale, or other reference points. I mean, if you don't have enough knowledge, you will not be able to understand it. So think about the pros and cons of illusions when using them in your writing. I mean, if you haven't got enough knowledge, illusions would not be interesting for you, but it would be quite difficult and boring for you. So it depends from the reader to reader and from society to society. If it's not from your society, it will be difficult. So illusion is good, but your knowledge has to be competitive to understand it. So thank you. Allah Hafiz. Stay blessed. And don't forget to subscribe, huh?